Hi everyone, I'm Yasmin, relationship coach and co-founder of Family Support Resources. And today I wanted to share a brief overview of some of the most common stages of family estrangement and ways we can face them and start overcoming them. Now, these are by no means the only stages people go through, but they're certainly some of the more common main areas of struggle to work through. So, firstly, like we know, family estrangement is a very difficult and painful experience that actually many people go through. It's a situation where a person either experiences physical separation in family or feels emotionally disconnected or alienated from their family members, which can be due to various reasons. And I really want to emphasize that truth that separation in family can happen due to any number of reasons. Family estrangement can happen due to disagreements, misunderstandings, conflict, or even abuse. Whatever the reason may be, it can leave a person feeling lost, hurt, confused, and deeply traumatized. But it's also a very common reality. So if you are going through family estrangement, it's important to know that you are not alone. And today I just want to briefly highlight and discuss some of the most common stages, which are uncertainty, grief, being stuck in limbo, and reconnecting to life again. So let's start with uncertainty. When faced with family estrangement, it's very normal that you might feel confused, disorientated, and unsure about what to do. You can be living with all the questions. How did this happen? What do I do about this? How do I fix this? Do I want to fix this? How do I talk about this? Where to from here? So many questions that exist in our mind. You might also experience a whole wide range of emotions, such as anger, sadness, guilt, and fear, amongst many others. And you can feel all of these at the same time. And during this stage, it's really important to take some time to let yourself feel all of these emotions. Reflect on your situation and try to understand your feelings. Really allow your feelings to exist and let them out. This is a very natural and needed part of coping with challenges in our life. And your feelings will act as a signpost for what is needed for healing. Support is also vital during this stage. And again, especially when living with family estrangement, because it's not talked about openly in society. So, one way to deal with uncertainty is to talk to someone you trust. Now, this can be either a close friend, other family members, a therapist, or a support group. Talking about your feelings and experiences can help you gain perspective, for one, and clarity on your situation. And it can also provide you with the greatly needed emotional support and validation. Another way to cope during this stage of uncertainty is to practice self-care. And again, this is vital for living with and coping with challenges in family. This involves looking after your physical and mental well-being. It involves eating well, getting enough rest, exercise, drinking enough water, and also involves doing activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as possibly reading, taking a walk, listening to music, practicing meditation, anything that works for you. Self-care can help you manage your emotions and reduce stress, which can be one of the most helpful things during this challenging time. Now, the second stage of family estrangement, which is a big one, is grief. Grief is a natural response to loss, and it can be a difficult and painful experience. When you experience family estrangement, you can feel a deep sense of loss and sadness for the relationship that you once had with your family member. You can also feel a sense of mourning for the family that you possibly wished that you had. And during this stage, it's really important to allow yourself to feel those emotions. Grief can be a complex and intense experience, and it's important to give yourself permission to grieve in your own way and at your own pace. So, really remove pressure from yourself. Don't hide it and don't try to rush it. It's also important to practice self-compassion during this stage of grieving, no matter how long you might struggle with this. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and deep acceptance. It means acknowledging your pain and suffering and offering yourself comfort and care. It means giving yourself time to heal. Now, the next common stage people live through in family estrangement, which can last for a long time, is a state of limbo. A period of time where you're unsure of what steps to take next, what might happen, if resolution is possible, if you want resolution. It can be a real time of questions and uncertainty and a time where you're well and truly living in a place of limbo. And this really is a challenging stage because it involves feeling stuck and unsure about how to move forward. And it can also include a state of relationship limbo where you're neither fully connected nor fully disconnected from your family member. And this can be a very frustrating and painful experience because you can feel like there is no resolution in sight and you just don't know what to do. And during this stage, it's really important to focus on acceptance and focusing on the current moment and how things exist without fighting your reality. Now, acceptance involves acknowledging your reality and, like I said, not fighting it. It also means accepting that you might not know all the answers immediately. You might not be able to change the situation immediately, and you might not be able to see what the future brings. It also means releasing your attachment to the outcome and finding peace through focusing on the present moment. And letting go also involves releasing your expectations and attachments to the past. It means recognizing that you can't control the actions or feelings of your family member and that you can only control your own. Letting go can be a really difficult and an emotional process, but it can also be liberating and empowering. It can really help release you from living in that place of anxiety, overwhelm, and depression. And I want to stress that letting go doesn't mean giving up on family. You might hope for reconciliation in the future, and that's okay. But you will take those steps more peacefully and with greater strength if you first stop fighting how things are and work with your reality as it exists. Now, the final stage of life with family estrangement is the stage where you reconnect to life again. This stage is where you take the steps to start living your life again. And it's characterized by a sense of healing, understanding, growth, and renewal. It's a time to focus on yourself and to rebuild your life in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling and allows you to start living again. Because a very real trauma of separation in family is that we can put our life on hold while we try to cope with our family challenges. But we need to realize that we can live at the same time. And one way to reconnect to life again is to focus on your passions in life and what brings your soul to life. Whether it's related to your career, education, hobbies, health, travel, adventure, or building other relationships. By focusing on your own passions in life, your own growth and development, you can build a sense of renewed purpose in your life and really start living again. Now, another way to reconnect to life again is to work on meaningful relationships outside of family or with other family members that you're still connected with and not experiencing conflicts with. So this can involve reaching out to your other family members, reaching out to friends, joining a support group, or even connecting with new people through a shared hobby or interest. And the gift of this is that meaningful relationships can provide you with the emotional support, connection, a sense of belonging, and bring love and happiness back into your life. And throughout all these stages, I want to share how healing it can be to practice forgiveness and compassion. Forgiveness involves letting go of resentment and anger towards your family member and finding a way to move forward without holding on to past grievances. And compassion involves treating yourself and others with kindness and understanding, even in difficult situations. And both of these help accelerate our healing and help bring more peace into our life. And finally, throughout all of this, it's really powerful and healing to focus on gratitude and positivity. This can involve practicing gratitude daily by reflecting on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small they may be. It can also involve focusing on positivity by surrounding yourself with uplifting and inspiring people and activities that make you happy. One of the most effective ways to bring happiness back into your life again and find happiness again is to actively bring happiness back into your weekly routine through doing activities that you love to do and that bring you comfort and joy. Now, I know from personal experience that living with family estrangement can be one of the most painful and difficult challenges a person can face in their life. The loss of connection and love with those who we once shared our deepest selves with can leave us feeling lost, alone, and uncertain of how to move forward. And it really is a loss that we possibly never, ever expected in life. But know that you are not alone. It's okay to feel the pain and sadness that comes with family estrangement. But it's also important to remember that healing is possible. And throughout these stages I've mentioned today, the uncertainty, the grief, the limbo state with no resolution, and reconnecting to life again, there are tools and resources available to help you navigate this difficult journey. So, again, reach out to friends, other family members, or a mental health professional who can offer guidance and support during this time. Seek out support groups, therapy, or other forms of self care that really can help you process your emotions and find a path forward. Remember that healing is a journey and it's not always a linear one. Some days are going to be harder than others, and there are going to be times when you feel like you're going backwards. But with time, patience, and self compassion, you'll find your way back to a place of love, strength, and being able to live your life again. So, as you navigate the complexities and as you navigate this journey of family estrangement, be gentle with yourself and remember that you are worthy of love, connection, and a life filled with joy and purpose. And also remember that nothing is set in stone, and the future really is a forever changing landscape. So focus on now, looking after yourself, and trust that the next steps will appear to you. And know that healing is possible. And like always, I welcome you to please stay connected to our community, and I look forward to talking again soon. Sending love to everyone. Thank you for being with me today, and see you soon.